exact, and it does everything his right leg tells it to do.
Here's how it works. Step 1. Wireless sensors, excuse me mate, transmit information from the sound leg to the bionic leg. Step 2. That information is then processed by software embedded in here. It interprets Simon's intentions and creates movement based on the action of his sound leg. Step 3. A naturally balanced walk.
Standard artificial legs, known as passive prosthetics, have limited joint movement, which simply respond to pressure placed on them. You can see in the front-on shot on the left that Simon's action is not smooth. But when Simon is wearing the bionic leg, his gait is more natural. The battery-driven motors are providing the propulsion, and the sophisticated joints provide more shock absorption. And because the bionic leg is doing all the work, there's less wear and tear where the leg joins his knee, a common and potentially serious problem with passive prosthetics. The brains behind the leg, is Stefan Bader, founder and executive vice president of Vitcom Human Bionics.
I can show here maybe the frame of the prosthesis, and more or less it's a very simple frame. For sure we have worked a lot on that because the weight of the prosthesis was a very important feature, because we wanted to achieve the same weight of a natural leg, which is around 4.2 or 4.5 kilogram.
It's a two-part system. A pad in Simon's right shoe monitors movement and pressure, making up to 1,300 calculations per second. This data is collected by a sensor on Simon's right ankle, which sends the information wirelessly to software embedded in the bionic leg. Actions like walking or climbing stairs are usually repetitive ones, so the information enables the motorized bionic leg to replicate the action and the speed of the sound leg. In practice, that means Simon can tackle everyday obstacles you and I take for granted.
With the other leg, I have to climb this way, one step at a time, or two. But
And you'd have to pull the other leg up.
yeah, but I can do it in a normal way, like this.
That is fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a really natural gait down.
Yeah. Take a bit of practice, but yeah, it's more comfortable.
Simon just needs to remember to start any new action, like climbing a stair, with his right foot, so the left one can then learn it.
Yeah.
Simon was one of about 20 who took part in the trials over 18 months. He's been using his bionic leg full-time for the past 6 months. For Stefan and his team, getting the leg ready for human use has been a long process. It took 15 years to design the artificial intelligence software and the hardware to carry it around. The team built this robotic simulator to help develop the most lifelike prostheses before trialling it on amputees.
One thing interesting of this bionic leg, it's a finished product, it's something complete, but you know that's just the top of the iceberg.
Yeah.
And I'm really eager to see what she will do in the future.
They're billed as the world's first bionic fingers. They've been built by British scientists.
The technology really is amazing, and the folks at Touch Bionics tell me that it's only going to get better, and I can't even imagine anything more awesome than this.
Eric Jones is one of the patients who've been testing them out in the trial stages.
I can do things a lot faster, so I can fold laundry faster, I can pick things up and walk around, I can pick up my kid's Lego.
They've been built by Touch Bionics, the same West Lothian firm which produced the bionic iLimb hand. Those fitted with the device will be able to bend, touch, pick up and point. The firm's marketing director, Philip Newman, says it has the potential to transform the lives of thousands of people with missing digits.
The feedback has been fantastic. We've actually fit over 30 people now with ProDigit as a solution. And we're finding now that we've learned through the early stages of those fittings with control strategies, coverings and all of the things that you expect when you're an early stage technology, but we spend a lot of time working with patients and other clinical professionals, and we're very comfortable with the solution that ProDigits now represents.
The ProDigits are custom made and fitted onto what remains of the hand. Sensors register muscle signals from the residual finger or palm. One of the things that makes them special is their ability to grip without crushing an object.
WakeMed's new Da Vinci Si HD is the latest in robotic surgery technology. The HD video provides highly accurate depth perception. Instruments that move with the physician's fingertips enable flexibility and precision during surgery. This video, taken during a training session, demonstrates the agility of the instruments and the ability to work in small spaces. Note the dime for scale.
We've had 3 ENTs down here already. We just received approval from the FDA for head and neck surgery, so transoral surgery instead of a mandibulotomy, where they open the patient in their jaw. We actually do it through the mouth with no incisions. Thyroid surgery through the transaxillary approach instead of a neck incision. So those are 2 recent FDA approvals where we've had Wake faculty physicians down here looking at the system and seeing the benefits. Less invasive, obviously much less invasive than a mandibulotomy. They go home sooner, shorter hospital stay, better recovery, less pain. I mean, the list is endless about how the patient benefits.
My name is Walt Hunt. I had been diagnosed with prostate cancer, and I was not waiting and watching and observing the cancer over a period of time was not an option due to the aggressive nature of the particular cancer that I have. I needed to make a decision to attack it head-on, either through surgery or through radiation treatment.
Using my thumb and index fingers to direct the robotic arms, which are about 10 feet away from me. Actually, I'm sitting about 10 feet away from the patient right now, and so using my thumb and index finger, I can direct the robotic arms to move in different directions. The advantage here is that I'm able to perform an operation with a greater degree of dexterity and a greater degree of precision than we can with open surgery.
This is through very small incisions. There are a number of them. I think I have a total of 6 entry areas in my stomach, but they're very small, and the overall recovery time from this minimally invasive procedure has been very, very fast.
I gotta say, I like this 3D image.
When you can do a finer operation, the real advantage comes to the patient. They tend to have less blood loss, they tend to recover very quickly, and they tend to be able to leave the hospital usually in the next day or the day after.
It was 2.5 weeks ago, and I'm pretty much back to normal.
Well, robotic surgery was introduced not a long time ago, and it's standard laparoscopy that we've done before, but now it allows me to do more complicated patient cases or surgeries in a less traumatic way, so the patients can go home the same day and go back to their normal function faster and less expenses and pain for sure. This is the newest technology out there, and we've been doing it here for almost a year, and it's been very successful. We can do hysterectomies, we can do adnexal masses, pelvic masses removal, we can do adhesions if the patient has a lot of adhesions. Myomectomy if they have fibroids, we take the fibroids out, and pelvic floor reconstruction, something called sacrocolpopexy. It simulates what you do in an open case with making small incisions in your abdomen. That's the biggest benefit, and patients can go home literally the same day, and they'll be doing great. I had a patient once who went to Disney 10 days after her complete hysterectomy, and she was doing these roller coasters, and she was doing great. So if patient were not to be exposed to robotic surgery and had simple hysterectomy like the old-fashioned, it would be through an incision through the abdomen. So she will stay 3 days in the hospital in pain. She'll stay 6 weeks out of work in pain, and with loss of scar and complications to follow. That would be completely avoided with doing robotic surgeries.
So the next time someone says the vision of the Venus Project is science fiction, show them this video. The technology we have today is amazing. I can only imagine what it will be like in the future under the freedom of a resource-based economy. Make sure to visit the Venus Project online to learn more about how the future can be for mankind, if we only take the actions necessary to make it a reality. And join the Zeitgeist movement, the advocacy arm of the Venus Project, where citizens of the world are coming together to make this unsane world sane. Thank you.